Okay, I'm gonna try something different, you guys, for a change. There we go. Okay, I think I finally figured this out. So, this is the first video where I've tried actually putting my phone against something to try to do like a better quality size video here. So let's get into what's been happening in the world of sports. We've had a pretty interesting tournament so far in the world of college basketball. There's been a lot of upsets, and I think this Saturday is going to be a great, you know, interesting young weekend with a lot of the teams that came out of the middle of nowhere. And I think that Baylor South Carolina game is going to be interesting. And then, really, we don't really know who's going to end up in the championship game. I mean, we could end up with two teams who weren't even expected to be there. And how about Las Vegas having their own hockey team for the NHL, the Golden Knights? Yes, it was official that the sub-draft had happened, and they did get some information as far as the roster for the team and things like that. I think that this is good that the NHL is branching off to cities who they would have never expected to give an opportunity to have a team for. I think Vegas is a good idea. The amount of people that are there, the people who are interested in sports, I think it's a good idea. And the Oakland Raiders, you guys, could possibly be the Vegas Raiders as of 2018. It's been reported all over the NFL websites that it's kind of in the negotiation talks, but we could end up with the Vegas Raiders. So Vegas could end up with a professional football team, a professional hockey team, and then all the other sports around there. All they would need is an opportunity to convince an NBA team to switch from the Eastern Coast over to Vegas, and there you go. I mean, I'm pretty sure the people out there would enjoy that, to be able to go to some games like the other cities have, and then the new logo for the LA Rams was released. That looked kind of interesting. I'm glad that they're kind of going back to their original, style of what the team was many moons ago. And Mayweather. Here's an interesting story about Mayweather. He was spotted at a basketball game. He was dared, actually, if he could dunk the ball, and he did. There is a video online on YouTube. If you guys type in Floyd Money Mayweather dunk, it's interesting because the guy's 47 years old. And then there's also another video with Michael Jordan at North Carolina's past game, talking to the students and saying how proud he was of the basketball team. I'm glad Jordan is still involved in sports. We're happy he's around. And the Shaquille O'Neal Big Show match is officially off. Not because of WWE and not because of Shaq. It's because basically the negotiations with the agents kind of fell through. So we will not be seeing, unfortunately, the match that people wanted to see at WrestleMania. Big Show versus Shaq, which I think would have been actually good for the show, because I have to be honest, this is WrestleMania that could go either way, because you could either have it completely sold out and it could be the best one in a long time, or it could completely fall down with the standards of WrestleMania. And that's what I really hope is not going to happen in this situation, because you have the talent, you have the writers, book the talent the right way. And I feel like WWE is in a situation where they're trying to force matches to way too fast before WrestleMania. They don't have developed storylines like they should. And I'm not blaming anybody, but this is WrestleMania, and you have to take it extremely serious. It has been confirmed that Triple H is going to have a match at WrestleMania. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns match is happening. Obviously, the Lesnar and Goldberg match is already scheduled. Bayley versus Sasha versus Charlotte and Nia Jax, I think, is going to be an incredible match. I really believe that. I think that we're going to get a lot of different, things in that match. We could have some first things, such as, you never know. I mean, people could end up hitting each other with, anything underneath the ring. It could be a no holds barred type of situation. Now, Mick Foley is not on Raw anymore, but he is officially announcing that he will be at WrestleMania. We don't really know his situation, what he's going to do. Some people think he's going to interfere in that Triple H match with Seth Rollins. Frankly, me as a fan, I would love to see it. I think that, the way that Mick Foley was, tossed to the side on Monday night, I think, by Stephanie McMahon, they could do a lot of different things with these storylines. So you guys, that's what's kind of going on in the world of sports right now. But the main announcement that I was going to be talking about right here is WWE is in talks with, yes, ROH, Ring of Honor. And they've been in talks for several months about possibly a buyout to where ROH's programming will be on the WWE Network. And there will be a show that will be hosted by Nigel McGuinness. If this happens, and what's going to happen is that he would basically be in charge of ROH's new product on the network. He would be developing the talent. He would be finding the talent. He would be encouraging the talent that's still there to, stay with the company, because they would have the availability of not only the finances and the product developing on the network, but you're also going to get the whole entire library for ROH. I mean, think of all the great history of ROH's talent, which is in WWE now. And I'm not going to go into the long list of all the talents, but you obviously know some of them. I mean, Joe, Aries, Bryan, I believe Kevin Owens. That's just to name a few right there. But and the Hardys are officially in talks, you guys, with the company to negotiate a contract possibly after WrestleMania to join WWE SmackDown. I think that's great. You bring in Kurt Angle after WrestleMania. SmackDown is an amazing show right there. Raw reviews went completely down in the sinkhole for this Monday Night Raw past. Not too many of you guys were too interested in the storylines. I don't blame you. Plus, they fired Mick Foley. That's not really going to help the situation with the fan bases there. So let's leave it up in the air for that. That is the news, the sports news, for March on this beautiful Wednesday. So I will be back with another sports review show in a few days. I'm going to do some time off a little bit and come up with some ideas for a few other subjects for this channel and videos. So hit that like button, add me, and I love feedback. Write down in the comments below what you thought of this past Monday night's Raw and SmackDown. What did you think about that Shane McMahon, Shane O'Mac going crazy and with that elbow drop off the top on Mr. Styles? I think we're going to have a heated rivalry right there if that can develop. So, peace, everybody. Much love. Drizzy out. Drizzle land forever. Bye.